Still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. In the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in week 4. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Mayfield to throw on the first play. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Now it's 2nd and 10. To throw, Mayfield. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape, because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Hard throw, incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
They have tried all season long to fix all the things that they need to in the running game, and they have been successful so far. I'm wondering if this is a time to just sell out. Make sure you have 8 in the box every time and bring a 9th and sometimes even a 10th to try and stop them from running the ball.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Hey, let's go. Trimmer. Hey!
They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
You force the incompletion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And let's see, the Bucs with 6 DBs, so a dime set here on 3rd down. Moore, the man in motion. Here's Hurts to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to make it 4th down. Out now is the punter, Braden Mann. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down at a yard.
Run. 180.
They'll stay on the ground with Irvin. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Throwing, Mayfield. Across the formation, he finds Godwin. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The Bucs had 0-3 here to begin the campaign. And you hate to have to say it this early in the season, but getting close to must-win time, is it not?
And I totally understand why you expressed it that way, because it's so early in the season, it feels like hyperbole. But I think you are spot on this one. Yes, there's still time to turn things around, but they've got to start to win right now if they have any hopes of trying to make the playoffs.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. You look at this Eagle defense. They've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Hey, alert 33. 180. What's that?
Mayfield looks to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The decision for Todd Bowles, and he says let's go for it on 4th down.
180. What's that?
Mayfield. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Here's Mayfield. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Clock running, under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter. Mayfield with it once more. Over the middle to Evans. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Mike Evans, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are on the board first here this afternoon. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Eagles nothing. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play.
That, too.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 4. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Hurts. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have an Eagles first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Throwing is Hurts. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Here's 2nd and 10. This short throw caught by Goddard. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Hurts sets up to throw it. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Bucs are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Intercepted. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, we're going to milk the clock. Here, we just got good ball control. This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Baker going to give it to Irving. And we'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down.
20. Real.
Now Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense. Gaining chunks of yardage, getting first down, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. From the gun, it's Hurts. Under pressure, and they got to him again. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. Back to throw here. And this one is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
A 2nd and 11 from the 19.
Regular. Ready.
Mayfield to throw it. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Mayfield now. Now he'll tuck this and run. This is caught by Evans. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, over 33. 180. What's that?
And again, it's Mayfield. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
180. What's that?
Mayfield firing quickly. It's complete. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3.
6-yard pickup.
That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. If you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Irving. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal.
180! Stop!
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He'll try to do it himself. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Buccaneers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
And just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0.
14. Eagles nothing.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football. They'll throw now on the final play. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is throwing at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
From the 31, here comes 2nd and a yard. This short throw caught by Goddard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a
It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now first and 10. To the right side, and he's got more, complete. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the Bucs' 33-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of buying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up the 4th down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll look to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging because after all their halftime talk, adjustments, and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
On 1st and 10, here's Irvin. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll run the draw with Irvin. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
Hey, alert 33.
To throw, Mayfield. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Bucs take a 3-touchdown lead. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this 3rd quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick 6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here. And that one, it backfired in a big way.
28, Eagles nothing. Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. Incomplete.
And that's a lesson learned from the previous drive. Last time he forced one, and it turned into a pick 6. Here, he knows better, and he just throws that one away.
The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the 3rd quarter from Tampa. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Set. Start.
Handoff running left, Irving. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 40 yards rushing for now to this point. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
Right, 1 second. Up, 20. What's that?
Mayfield. There's a short one taken in by Otten. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Well, they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start. And pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the 4th quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
From the gun, Mayfield. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Rashad White, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Buccaneers start to open this lead even wider here in the 4th. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Eagles, nothing. Chase McLaughlin to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
2nd and 10. Hurts. Then he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. They'll set up a throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
They're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot.
Good. 180. What's that?
Here's Mayfield. That's going to be caught. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Emeka Egbuka with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Buccaneers add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. McLaughlin for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
The score, Buccaneers 42, Eagles nothing. Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that zero on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film section tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Airing it out deep for Smith. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Miami.
On third down, Barkley. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play.
42, Eagles 7. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
17-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
to get this outside. Oh, this could be a double pass. Oh, wide open, complete. Down to the 10. And this works to perfection. The double pass leads to a touchdown. Now to add the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Buccaneers 49, Eagles 7. Chase McLaughlin.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side, 2nd and 7.
Hey, let's go. Trimmer. Kyle, let's get him.
Throwing is Hurts.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Again, he'll drop to throw.
It's Barkley once again bringing in the catch.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. They'll give him 4 yards there. And it's 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. His short throw caught by Goddard. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
They'll look to throw again.
And he is caught. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
He's going to look downfield for Barkley. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing till the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Trimmer. Kyle, let's get him.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. ends up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long.
They'll look to throw here. Under pressure, they got him again. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
10-yard loss on the play. And it's 4th down.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off season, but on game day, you both want to show your best, and I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Bucs, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first one of the season here in Week 4. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.